So far this summer is playing out just about as we planned. It's been hotter than hell every day. We've been getting out early in the morning, going to our ride and getting back. And glad that we get back when we do, because sometime the ride home is really hot. Now, it's the only way I know to deal with the heat here, which has been in the low 90s a couple of the days and the high 80s. The only way I know is to get out early and get back early. And for me, it's the only game in town right now. I'm really glad I got that Joe Rocket, the lightweight, light color suit. That's way better than the one it replaced. That's made the summer riding just a little bit nicer. Now, in yesterday's video, I shared that little bit about my dad, the stunt show he was in, and some of the other little newspaper clippings that I guess he had his moments like I have with throwing rocks at the cops. Anyway, that's on yesterday's video, and all I can say is you can't change history. Now, we do have the points and the condenser for this guy, and we're just waiting for a maintenance day. Well, while the weather's rideable, we want to ride, and it's been hot, but it hasn't stopped us from riding. Or enjoying the rides. So today is officially a get out of Dodge early, get back early. We have our garden, we have our fish, we have our birds, we have our grandson coming over. Life is busy, but as I have always said, and I always continue to say, my life is always the best when every day is different. I just hate when I've had a day and the next day is just like that, and the next day is this, I call it Groundhog Day for lack of a better word, but since we got rid of the groundhog, there's no Groundhog Day. But let me tell you, these two Clear Earth, they're called Clear or Cleaner. I'm going to put all the information on. I've been waiting for another week or so to make sure we've gotten rid of the groundhog without having to trap them. And if that's the case, these two things, I will do a little thing of how that evolved and how it worked. We got the first one, and we still had problems. We got the second one. Seems like that second one is way more powerful. Okay, boys, is there any real chance you guys are hungry this morning? Are they hungry? How about a nice cup of coffee? How about a pepperoni pizza? Fish food. That's all you want is fish food. Okay, you got it. Boy, they are hungry every morning. There's no doubt about it. Every morning it's the same thing. And every morning we just love coming out here and clipping some of our flowers. We have fresh flowers on the table every day now. And we will, and probably till about the end of October. I think we'll have one more cup of coffee, have a final check on the weather, see if we're going to be, well, whatever they predict, it never comes true anyway. We just want to get out on the open road as soon as possible and get back before it either rains or gets way too hot. Oh boy, the farmer's work is never done, but the farm must be watered before we get on the R1. Yeah, I should write a book of poetry, I guess. Maybe not. Today's harvest of fresh cut flowers for the kitchen. Every morning we have a different set of flowers. And we're only a couple of days away from harvesting fresh pep. These are jalapenos? Yeah. We got jalapenos. We'll be able to make some jalapeno Mexican food here. Look at this. Wow. Pretty cool. Now you got green, these are green peppers here in this one?
No, they're going to either orange or red, I'm not sure.
Orange or red peppers. Whoa, everything is just growing great. Just great. So the final weather check as we leave, we have about a 3-hour window before thunder showers are coming. A couple of days this week we didn't beat it, a couple of days we did. We'll see if it's our lucky day. And you never know if it's your lucky day, or if it's your rainy day, or whatever. But it's always a good day. Now, one of the things I found that's really worthwhile mentioning, these days we're riding, I'm trying to stay in the shade. And what's going to happen very soon, I'm going to go out on the main road where it's sunny. And where it's sunny and the shade ends, my God, it gets to be about, I feel like it's 20 degrees warmer. I've been trying to stay in the tree-lined streets, but as much as possible, of course. It's a lot cooler, a lot more fun when it's in the 90s. Believe this, it looks like the sun's coming out. Some clouds, some sun, no rain so far. Wow. Now, it's too bad I don't have an adventure bike. It looks like there's a lot of nice little back trails up in this area. If you had one of those adventure bikes, it'd be nice, a lot of fun to go down there. You don't go down there with an R1. Okay, the lovely Mrs. Ertnowski is waiting for me with coffee. Iced coffee, big ice. What time's baby getting here? Okay. I may as well wipe the bugs off. He's not going to help. He refused to help me work the bugs off yesterday. That's funny. So the thunder showers that were supposed to come this morning never materialized. And I tried to stay in the shade for the bulk of this ride, and it worked pretty well. But it is always so good just to be home. Whether you beat the rain or not, in this temperature, I don't even think it matters if you get wet. It's just the cleaning the bike that's a pain. And I may have to renegotiate Miles's contract for bug removal. I'm not sure. He was so hot out here yesterday, he didn't want to even come out. So we're finally back, and we actually did beat the rain again. So I guess the record is we're beating it a lot more than it's beating us, so time to quit while you're ahead. Anyway, these hot weather days, the only things I know, this The jackets, that Joe Rocket stuff, the mesh, really worked well. Really happy with it. The dry fit, the shirts and the socks and things that wick the sweat away work great. If you're going to be a serious rider and ride when it's 90 degrees, or if not, just stay in air conditioning with miles, no problem. It works either way. We could still be friends. And if you don't like cold weather, that's okay too. So, but I like to ride every day if I possibly can. Just for the exercise, just for the entertainment, and because I enjoy making these silly videos, so which I hope you enjoy. So you never want to forget, thank the healthcare workers. Wow, what a job they've done. And I just love seeing those signs everywhere, and we got one on our lawn, and every third person on our block has one everywhere I go. So thank you guys, really do appreciate it. Now, one final thing. It's going to be really, really hot. Karen gave me the weather report for the next 4 or 5 days. When it goes into the 90s, my way of dealing with it is very simple. Pick rides that you're in the shade most of the time, which I tried to do today. I tried to pick, let's call it the shady loop. But I know which roads have covered with trees and they're shady. You come out of the sun, you get into that shade, it's like going into air conditioning. So I know, like example, Arden Drive is like that. But hey, everybody's got their favorite roads. I have my favorite loops, and so far they've worked well. I've been able to get a lot of riding. I've won a lot of equipment, a lot of tires and everything out this year. So anyway, rather than blabbing on and on and on, I have to figure out what time I have to go get my grandson. We're going to have a great day today. I don't know what he wants to do. Usually beat me up is high on the list. And of course, I hope you enjoy sharing our life. Even that thing a couple days ago I put on about my father's, the story of his life, and interesting things to share. And just enjoy every day you have. It's a blessing to have these days. And thanks for watching.